Hey everybody, I'm Rob Raybon, and this is the next episode of the Barra Swap on the 65. This is a long-awaited update, but I was waiting on a lot of parts to come, and then some parts were wrong, and some parts didn't work, and then I was waiting for a lot of stuff to come through customs from Australia. And with COVID-19 going on and everything, a couple things got caught up. But enough about that, let's get into today's episode. It's been so long that I've grown a beard and the lens is really fogged because it's pretty cold out. It's like 20 degrees, but I have my big giant crate in the back of my Volvo wagon, and that should be my transmission finally. Even though it came from Florida, it took a month and a half for me to get it. So I picked it up yesterday from Fastenal. Apparently you can ship big stuff through Fastenal, but I guess they don't give you traditional tracking or something that you can give a customer that bought something from you. At least that's what the dude that I bought this from said. So let's make sure nothing's messed up with this. So I'm gonna record the whole thing to make sure that there's a transmission in there. This is heavy, so I'm gonna get a hand. I'm gonna get Shane to help me, I think. Volvo's been a real hero for this whole operation. Moved most of my stuff to my new house with this. Now you get a transmission in here.
733 pounds. Alright, that wasn't that bad.
They opened it up and all the Nazis' faces melted off. I don't think I have a drill here. None of my batteries will charge. It keeps doing that like fast blank thing, so I need to get a Milwaukee drill that's at home. If anybody wants an XRP, I'll probably give you this for free if you want. So I'm gonna have to use just an old-fashioned screwdriver. Packed up pretty nice. Antonio. Alright, got our bell. There's the trans. Loud neighbors. Alright, 6-speed out of a 2006 Falcon. And this is going to be a cross piece. Input shaft looks a little dirty, but that's fine. 2 different mounting locations. We'll probably use that one. I don't know, maybe this one. Alright, so we just need to pull the motor, get a flywheel, get a clutch, and put this all together. Everything looks pretty good with this trans. I guess this is the right bell housing. Can't really put it up next to the Barra right now because it's in the car. I'm gonna have to lift it out. I'm gonna see if this Ram's even gonna let me go that high. If not, I'm gonna have to buy a new Ram. I think you can buy just a Ram at Harbor Freight. I'm not sure. So far, it looks like that shifter mount is going to be at the right length to actually go in the car. Actually looks pretty close to where the factory shifter is. So that's pretty cool. MFP Australia. Mother penis Australia? That's what this is. It's a giant metal penis, I guess. It converts power into pure sexual energy. Just like a penis. That's a bad joke. Maybe I'll edit that out. Being that it does come with that little cross-member piece for the trans mount, I was gonna try to just through bolt this, but I don't know about that yet. I might actually try to use the old one, wherever that is. That mount right there, because it kind of goes through the mounts that are already there. We're gonna see where it sits though. I did not order a flywheel or a clutch for this yet, or a shifter, because I didn't know if this was actually gonna come in, because it took a month and a half to get this. It's a good deal. This was $1,400. I know you Australians probably get them for free or something. Probably get them in the mail quarterly or I don't know. A guy named Curtis had this. Said it's been about a month and a half, but there was some issue with shipping and stuff. But now that it's here, I'm gonna start ordering parts. But in the meantime, we're gonna do some busy work. Haven't done anything for a month because I moved and I actually lost a really dear family member. But I'm back and doing stuff. And we're gonna do some busy work because I've never actually cleaned up from when the Barra got put in. There also needs to be a little bit of rust repair done, and I still gotta get wheels, and I'm looking at some fender flare options and stuff. I don't want this car to be perfect. I said it's not gonna be a Concours de Elegance car or anything. This is just gonna be a fun burnout car. And everybody says I talk like I'm a burnout, so yeah. I'm gonna have to cut the trans tunnel a little bit, I think. I'm not sure on that yet because I haven't tried to test fit the motor and trans, but we're gonna have to take out the stock shifter, and yeah, I'm gonna have to remove a couple other things. So we're gonna do that because that's good busy work while we're waiting for parts. I was gonna remove the dash too, that way I could redo the dash pad, but I don't know, I might not even do that yet. There's so much mud in here. I don't really care about things being super clean, but I'd like to be a little bit cleaner than this. I also want to get rid of this antenna. We're definitely gonna need 2 new fenders. I don't know why I even have those over there, so just scrap those. If I do a turbo, I'd like to do it high mount, which again, the strut towers that could potentially get in the way. And then on this side with the intake, I'm gonna have to get probably that plasma man, because it's just so tight here, and it seems like everybody with a first gen Mustang in Australia has a plasma man or some custom fabbed thing, but I don't really have the resources to custom fabricate anything. There's a couple local fabricators that are decent, but I don't know. I don't really know all of them like that on a first name basis or anything. It seems to be the same kind of line. It was actually on the 2011 Mustang when I got it. It's like that kind of connector, and then it's got like a 3/8 flared connector there. This is actually pretty flexible right here, so I guess it's got a flex line because it converts over from hard to flex, back to hard. But I can get that all in one flex line. And this tube, I guess, is just a vent. Alright, let's do something. One thing I've been wanting to do for a little while is take the wiper arms off, because you can see they scratched up the windshield. I still don't know if I'm going to be able to buff this out. I'm going to try that maybe. Maybe Safely can buff it out. I'm not sure. Glass for 65 is probably easy enough to find. I might look into that a little bit more too. Overall, this trim looks pretty decent, but there is a little bit of overspray. I don't know if that's paint or Plastidip or what. But anyway, these wipers just kind of pop off, so we're going to just use a screwdriver and pry these up. We want to make sure we protect the glass, obviously. Maybe put some towels around and give yourself some wood to kind of pry up on. It's kind of a weird design that they would do it like that, but who am I to judge? I'm not an engineer, damn it. I'm not even sure if we're gonna run wipers on this. I'm not really worried about the paint too much because the paint is trash. There we go. Arm number 1 is off. This one's already like half cocked, so that one might just pop off. Ow, don't cut yourself on rusty metal. Actually, the cap is bent. That's why that was so hard to get off. You're gonna be the death of me. This might have to be replaced anyway, being that it's like cocked. Looks like the shaft's actually broke on that. But we're gonna have to remove this because we're gonna do some sort of paint, I think, on this car. And as you can see, whoever painted it last time just didn't care. So we got a lot of chipping. With this, there's a special tool to get this little retainer nut off, but you could take something and just kind of hammer this around. We're gonna use a screwdriver and just kind of beat it. So the shifter is just like held on by one screw, I guess. This previous owner took this off at some point. I'm gonna have to cut this hole bigger. I got a feeling. See, this door sill's all kinds of messed up. It's made out of pretty thin metal. There's more mismatched screws. This is in on like an angle. It's probably just a pan head and the stock sheet metal. Probably got a self tapper on the end of this. No, actually it's not. I think we're gonna have to take this off and then maybe the seat, and then we can take that section of carpet out and then get to the stock shifter. This would be a lot easier with a drill, I guess, huh? It's another one of those pieces that normally I wouldn't care about, but I think I'm gonna buy a new one just because this is so damn chewed up. Buy a cheap Mustang, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Just put it back here for now. The carpet was tucked into that, and then the carpet's also going to be tucked under the seats, I guess. I don't even know how you get the seats out. I'm not looked into this yet at all. Man, look at all that leg room. I'm just under 6 foot, and I wouldn't be able to reach the pedals. That's a lot of leg room. I didn't realize this went so far back. This is definitely the kind of car you could have sex in. I can imagine somebody probably had sex in this at some point, or probably multiple people. Maybe not at the same time, maybe just one person. Who knows? I'm sure this car, being as old as it is probably seen a lot of wieners and butts. This just pops right out. It's cool. I need to save this. These are the smallest rails that I've ever seen. I don't know how they actually go in. Just like rusty. Pull the carpet up, you can see that the floors are pretty solid. I have no idea when they were redone. There's also some money. Let's claim our money. This will add towards the clutch fund. That's an extra 14 cents. Some random hardware, a piece of foam, some speaker wire. Just going to the stereo. I'm gonna go ahead and rip that out. Don't even have to try hard. It's all wire nuts. I don't think we're gonna run a stereo in this car. No, drop my money. So to take this seat out, there's actually gonna be 4 holes underneath of the car with spots for the studs for the seats. It's gonna be a 1/2-inch nut on top of that stud. Kind of weird to get to that, but whatever. Let me go ahead and take the seat out. That way we can take that shifter bracket thingy out and keep moving along. When you're doing this, make sure you don't lose your nuts. These are actually gonna be nylocks. That's good. I don't know if they came like that from the factory. I don't know if nylocks existed back then, but you don't want your seat to vibrate loose. Just do that 3 more times and you can pull the seat out. Yeah, don't drop those nuts. Now we can remove the stock bucket. Seats are actually really lightweight. And we've discovered that there is a bunch of crap underneath. I don't know what all this crap is. I'm afraid to touch it. It looks like a rat's nest or something. It definitely looks like some sort of nest. That's disgusting. We got some keys. Another dime. Ugh, it's disgusting. Let's grab a glove, throw all that away, and vacuum this out a little bit. There's a cutoff wheel here. I guess the original registration. Not the original, but something from, I guess, a couple years ago. Yeah, let's grab a glove. This is nasty. Is that a sock? I don't know what that is. These jizz rags, I don't know. Who knows? Guess we'll take out the other seat just to clean under there too. Been in some dirty cars, but come on, man. This is why you should wash your hands after you touch any kind of money, because I found all this money in that mouse nest. And I'm gonna throw this in my change bank because a penny saved is a penny earned. And this is another 15 cents toward the clutch. I'm gonna put it in there and then take this to Coinstar. Gonna take the driver's side seat out now because I just want to get all the filth out while I'm still here. And I still got my glove. And my disgusting glove is now touching my impact. This impact belonged to my buddy Bobby when we took the bags off of his GTI. It kind of got misplaced in the garage, and then I found it, and then I kind of started using it. So sorry, Bob. If you want this, you can have it back. Just let me know if you watch these videos. If you don't, then I'm keeping this. Really afraid of what level of disgusting hell is under that seat. Jesus. I guess Nick was a chewer. A lot of Copenhagen. Whole lot of Copenhagen under here. Seat belt. Come on, man. I know you watch these videos, Nick. I hate to put you on blast like this, but come on, really? Jesus. I hate chewing tobacco. A little SIM card here. The scrunchie. Some girl must have been in here. I think this is that baggie I never cleaned up from one of the first videos where I thought maybe that was a weed baggie. But it didn't smell like weed. Here's another speaker cable. Throw this out. It's going to be spliced into the stereo, but it's, just falls apart. Let's get all this crap out of here and vacuum this side. We also have 2 cents. We have 2 cents to add to the clutch fund. I'd call this the Disgustang, but I guess Roadkill already used that title for one of their cars. which was a cooler car than this car, but they don't have a Barra yet. Clean, 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 all day long. Clean, 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 while I sing my song. Oh no. I don't know what the hell that is. One thing that's really cool about a 65 Mustang is that parts are so cheap, at least in the US. If you're Australian, I'm not sure. But from CJ Pony Parts, my carpet is going to cost $145. Looks like they got a bunch of different colors too. So with this carpet, as much as I was going to try to keep it, I think I'm going to throw all this crap away. And probably go to black, because as much as I kind of dig the blue interior, I'm too dirty for any kind of blue carpet. I work construction, so my feet are always dirty. It looks like he mounted some sort of, that's a cigarette lighter. He's probably smoking on his car too. So that's mounted right to the floor pan, because why not? Why wouldn't you mount your cigarette lighter to the floor pan? But anyway, let's get this carpet out. Enough to get the shifter off. 'Cause isn't that why we're here? To get the damn shifter off. This is disgusting. Should have kept wearing those gloves. Found a knife. A decent knife. I don't know. It's got either tobacco or old blood on it. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't put my fingerprints on this. Could use this to cut the carpet though, couldn't I? We'll keep that in the back, just in case we got to stab somebody. Alright, these look like some small little 7/16. And this is going to be the wire harness for, I guess, the probably neutral safety switch, maybe for reverse, I don't know. I don't care, we're not going to be reusing that. I'm just going to take this whole assembly out, and then that's going to give us some room for the new shifter. We might have to wind up cutting this out a little bit more. I'm not that worried about that. Like I said, this isn't a very good car as far as restoration, so I think that this is the perfect candidate for a Barra swap. That's why we're doing this. Of course, these are only finger tight, nice and convenient. I'm not sure if these were going to be through bolted or not. I guess they're not. It's all just self-tappers. All of it. Well, that one's not. That one's a self-tapper too. Stock shifter is out. If you want to have this, you can have it. Let me know. If you need it shipped, just pay the shipping. But you can have that automatic shifter if you want. Alright, now it should be a lot easier to cut. Now we just got to get rid of all that, the wiring, that stupid cigarette lighter, and yeah, clean up some more. I'm gonna rip the carpet out too. But I think I'm gonna go take a beer break because I'm thirsty, and I kind of want to get something to snack on too. Maybe some chips, goldfish or something.